Hey everyone, it's the Vigilant Christian Mario, and you're here for a Vigilant End Times report. In today's video, I wanted to expose this absolutely insane sex, quote-unquote, education curriculum that they're trying to pass here in Ontario, my home province in Canada. Check this insanity out. In grade 1, they're going to be teaching proper names for genitals. In grade 3, include discussions of homosexuality. Grade 6, encourage masturbation as a pleasurable way to learn about their bodies. Grade 7, introduce concepts of anal and oral sex as a high risk for STDs. Now, this is causing quite the controversy all over the mainstream media. Many parents are standing up and saying that this is a radical sex education program that is trying to be pushed on our children and that we should stand up. So that's a good thing. At least not everyone's asleep yet in our generation. The complete moral collapse of society hasn't occurred, but it's happening slowly. It's being pushed in incrementally. And how did we even get to this point? Because they keep taking little steps. It's like a mouse that slowly eats away at a piece of bread, and then eventually the whole loaf will be gone. And that's what we're dealing in society. It's the absolute collapse of what is good, righteous, and just, and godly. Now, I'm going to read this that was sent to me by a parent, a letter she received on the topic, and it goes in detail to give us a greater understanding as to what is going on. I am writing to you about a matter which could be detrimental, could detrimentally affect our children for many generations. No kidding. Ontario Provincial Premier Kathleen Wynne announced in October 2014. Kathleen Wynne is here. She left her husband for her partner over there. And that she intends to bring a sex education curriculum into Ontario schools, including Catholic schools, by September 2015. No parental consultation has been obtained for this curriculum. In 2010, Premier Wynne was Minister of Education when she and her Deputy Minister, Benjamin Levin, introduced a sex education curriculum. Keep that in mind. We'll talk about working with this guy. This curriculum provoked strong objections from parents, so much so that the Ontario government was forced to withdraw it. Of interest, Mr. Levin was later charged with the offenses of accessing, possessing, writing, and distributing child pornography, counseling someone to commit sexual assault, and arranging for a sexual offense with a child. According to the Toronto Star, January 16, 2015, Mr. Levin intends to plead guilty to some of these charges and will be sentenced on late March 2015. This is the kind of people that are putting together these programs. She worked with Benjamin and they created this program. I'll leave this in the description section. Pleads guilty to 3 child pornography related charges. Insanity. Let's see what their sick, twisted program is all about. The 2010 program was objectionable to parents because of the following content. Grade 1, which age 6, graphic anatomical lessons on sexual body parts. Grade 3, age 8, homosexuality, normalizing of homosexual family structures and homosexual marriage in the minds of 8-year-olds without regard for the religious moral beliefs of the family. Now, no kidding, of course, she left her husband for a woman, so of course she is going to be trying to take her worldview and perceptions and impose that on your children in the school systems to normalize homosexuality. Now, I don't care what you believe on when it comes to homosexuality. We, as Christians, as Bible believers, have the right to believe what we want to believe. We believe that the homosexuality is a sin. It is ungodly. It's not something that we want to be promoting to our children. So you can believe what you want to believe, but let us believe what we want to believe. And especially, don't you dare try and push that on our children. Okay, without even consulting us, we will stand up and say, no, thank you. We don't want that. You can believe what you want to believe, but don't you come and try and push your ideologies, your worldview on our children, especially leveraging the school systems to do that. Grade 3, gender as a changeable social construct. teaches the disputed theory of gender identity as fact. This is the notion that a person's sex, male or female, does not necessarily relate to anatomy. It is merely a social construct. Gender is fluid according to this theory, and any little boy can decide that he is actually a girl. If that's the way he feels in his mind, or vice versa. Once again, you might have, in my opinion, this sick, twisted worldview, and you're entitled to that. This is a fallen world that is completely depraved and lost. So you can go ahead and have all the weird, wacky, twisted, ungodly beliefs that you want to have. But don't push it on my children when they get to grade 3 in the public and Catholic school systems here in Canada. Don't you dare do that. We will stand up. This is absolutely twisted. Do you know what the Bible says? That God created him man and woman, male and female. That although we are equal, we are different. There are different anatomies. And this is the confusion, the gender confusion that I've talked about repeatedly, that is a satanic agenda from the dark realm, Satan and his demons, trying to confuse children, using media to put it in their heads that, oh, you're born that way, and then it's okay to feel that way. You can even be a little girl, little boy. So you are influencing them, brainwashing them, conditioning them to have your worldview. But don't you dare do that to my children and the people who believe what I believe, because we're entitled to raise our kids and teach our kids ourselves. Grade 4, age 9. Romantic dating introduces children to the idea of being more than just friends and going out with classmates whom they may like. Kids are already having sex at a way young age. To introduce them to romantic dating at age 9? Come on, age 9? Girls, you shouldn't be into boys. This is way too early. Again, you can have your own opinion, parents. If you want your 9-year-old to go out there and start romantically dating, then that is up to you. But I believe that is twisted, wrong, and I'm entitled to that. Grade 6, age 12, masturbation. Encourages masturbation as a pleasurable way for children to learn about their bodies that is not harmful. Grade 7, age 13, anal and oral sex. Under the pretext of encouraging abstinence from behaviors associated with high risk for STDs, the curriculum introduces children to the concepts of anal intercourse and oral genital contact. Oh my gosh. Those are ideas that many 12 to 13-year-olds might not be aware of, or at least have never seriously considered as an act they could be taking part in now. In addition, anal intercourse is lumped in as sexual act of the same kind as vaginal intercourse, with no differentiation between these two types of sexual acts, either morally or with respect to risk of sexually transmitted diseases. Mind-blowing. The current curriculum has not been released to the public. Instead, Premier Wine has recently requested that a small selection of parents, one from each school, be asked a number of questions online about sex education curriculums. The questions were phrased to obtain positive responses. This does not constitute a proper consultation with parents, but only a pretense of one. This new curriculum is expected to be released within the next 2 months and be implemented in September 2015 of this year. We need to fight this. This is absolute insanity. The letter continues. The only definite information about this curriculum provided by the Premier is that she has instructed that the curriculum include information on consent for sexual activity. This presupposes that sexual activity, even at the earliest age, is all right, providing that a consent is given. This makes it easier for the exploitation of young children by adults and for pedophiles to have access to young children, providing the child gives quote-unquote consent. However, it is illegal to counsel a child before the age of 16 on how to give sexual consent to an adult. To do so would be aiding and abetting a criminal activity, having sex with a child under 16. It is a puzzle as how the Premier could think this is appropriate in an elementary school curriculum. Well, she was with the pedophile friend for a little bit there, her work buddy. Oh my gosh. This Premier conveys the message that promiscuous sex is normal, acceptable, and expected of children and adolescents. Premier Wine's sex ed curriculum is a poor tool to assist our young people with their sexuality. Parents who know their children best and who have their own values and perspectives are better placed to carry out this responsibility than quote-unquote experts who impose their own distorted values on children by the way of this program. It is critical that this curriculum be withdrawn. And the rest of the letter talks about contacting her, speaking out, and getting involved in standing up against this absolute insanity. So there you have it, everyone. My vigilant end time report. The Bible does clearly say that we will be living in a world as in the days of Noah. And the Bible describes the days of Noah and fallen man as having continuous thoughts of evil, that every single thought in their minds were evil. That is why they had to be wiped out. A lot of people try and twist the Bible and go, oh, God's a bad person because he wiped out the world. Did you know that it also says that the entire world was wicked and evil, and every single thought that they had was pure evil, murder, death, killing, rape, pedophilia, everything? Thank God he's a righteous God that took judgment on this wicked earth and destroyed it so that we could try this all over again. But the Bible says we're going to repeat the same cycle as fallen human beings, continuing in our depravity, creating an atmosphere of pure evil in our world. And do you not see it? Do you not see it manifesting? If you don't, you're not awake. You don't even know what's going on. You're not even paying attention. This is the Vigilant Christian saying God bless each and every one of you. As always, stay vigilant and fear no evil.